Okay, it's Friday, the 2nd of February. We're going to go through and have a nice weekend in front of us here, a little sunshine, which we haven't had too much of recently. So I have to pull out the sunglasses. But we're going to go show you what's going to be happening here in the short term, so you can follow along with this. And this is kind of where we're at right now. You'll see how the pressure pattern changes. You can see here, you can't really see too much of it, but this is a low off the coast. But you can see high pressure is building in behind it. And you're going to see this is going to kind of flatten out next week. And that is a sign of the change. This is, you can see it's coming straight across. And that's another reason we're not going to have much precipitation. We're just not getting that down and up what we were. This pattern comes in the west coast, sinks down through Texas, and then comes down and up the east coast. We're not in that pattern yet. But as the pressure changes, as we get towards February 12th, you can see now we have more of a direct path out of Canada, and this will lead to colder air coming down. Here's Valentine's Day, and you can see the way it's from the northwest coming in. So, in lieu of any significant weather happening, we're just going to run through temperatures, and you can see how they're going to run next week. And they should be, till into next weekend, they should be a little bit above normal. Here's Saturday's highs, mostly across the state, lower 40s across New Jersey, basically right around 40, give or take a degree or two. Sunday morning, low temperatures across the state of Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Everywhere, temperatures are in the 20s. You can pick out your area here and see where you're pretty much at. Sunday, basically across the state, everything's up a couple of degrees on average. Still, sections of the northern, central, and north, the higher elevations of the Poconos, you might struggle to get to 40. And then Sunday night into Monday, this is your low temperatures Monday morning. Again, 20s across the state. Some colder temperatures up here in New England, but basically 20s across the state. So what we're having is chilly nights and average days. So we're pretty close, the average just above average. So a little bit of that colder air seeps in a little bit to north central and into the Poconos. Up here, the temperatures stay in the 30s. Elsewhere across the state, it's right around 40, if not a little warmer out towards Pittsburgh, where it gets into the mid 40s. And as we get into Wednesday morning, which is February 7th, temperatures again across Jersey and Pennsylvania, temperatures in the 20s. And again, you can see that cold air is up here in New England, and it's just sitting up there, giving them really chilly nights. And as we get into Wednesday, you can notice temperatures 4 degrees or so higher than Tuesday. 40s again across the state. The warmest areas are out in the western half of the state, and they get into the upper 40s. And then as we get into Thursday, that's the big warm day. Temperatures climb up into the 50s across the state of Pennsylvania and New Jersey. Maybe right around the waterfront, you're in the upper 40s because of the ocean temperatures and the winds. But overall, that's their one big day of the week where we get warm. Then on Friday, basically upper 40s to lower 50s across Jersey and Pennsylvania. And as we get into Saturday, you can see cooler air is starting to come down. This is Saturday the 10th. We'll follow this as it goes into Sunday morning. You can see here's your morning lows on Sunday, and then here's Sunday highs, much cooler, no more 50s around. And then as we get into, let's see, let's bring this down into Monday morning temperatures right around freezing or just below freezing in most of Pennsylvania. And then as we get into the daylight hours on Monday, it's 30s to the north. Some areas stay right around freezing up in the northwest. And then southeast, you're dropping. You're now into the mid lower 40s. And then on to the next day, which would be the 13th, we're really looking out pretty far here. Um, you can see the temperatures across the state, 30s and then 40s down here in the southeastern corner and parts of New Jersey. All right, in lieu of any action, I'm just showing you that. One other thing that's going to happen I'll show you why I'm kind of looking at around Valentine's Day. Okay, this is around the 11th of February. Again, uh, I see precipitation starting to move in. Like I said, it comes through as rain for the most part, but then as it gets off the coast here, you can watch the low as it starts to come off this way on the 12th. Um, kind of think that there's going to be the cold air is going to come rushing in, and I think whatever precipitation starts off as rain for a lot of areas will change over to snow. Does it make it into Jersey yet? Not this storm here. I don't think this is the one Jersey gets its snow. Okay, so this is your weather map. We're going to start this off on Monday. We all know the weekend's great. Monday's got nothing really going on either. Um, okay, we can watch. You can see this takes us into Wednesday. Nothing, no precipitation. This takes you out to later when this takes you into Thursday. Um, this is why the warm up, by the way. This is early Friday. Because you got this low pressure system out in the center of the country. You got the winds blowing out of the south, southwest, bringing in that warm air, but also will bring in a little bit of rain towards the end of next week, as you can see. This is the storm that's going to wind up, and behind this is going to be the colder air, and what I said about bringing us back into winter again. And that's why there's one big storm, and that's where it's centered. Now it moves across the lakes on Saturday, and off to the north it goes, and then you got this other low system here that comes across on the 12th, and there you are on the 12th at night, and you can see precipitation off the coast. Here's your low pressure system pulling in behind it, and then as you can see, it changes over to some snow, and it gets in that little sweet spot. If I can find it here. Gets in that little sweet spot off the coast here, and very low pressure, 987 millibars. So we're gonna have to watch where this pushes back snow because it's definitely a possibility. And again, this would be February 13th. Playing my hunch now for about 3 weeks, 2, 3 weeks now. So see what happens. Okay, you got this thing. It's a little bit different than normal just because we don't have really much to talk about right now when it comes to weather. All right, but trust me, snow fans, winter fans, it's not over by a long shot. We're just going to get into it around the middle of the month, and this time it's going to last about 4 or 5 weeks. All right, take it easy, everybody. Be safe.